Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings. West Ham United 1, Everton 1. Jordan Pickford, I have give a 7. Made a couple of fantastic saves. One in injury time in the first half. Sublime. Really good. Well, I wouldn't say really good, but there was one in the second half, a deflection from... there was a deflection off one of their shots. And he pushed it wide, even though it might have been going wide. But I don't mind that. I don't mind that, making sure you're covering your angles. And he did okay, pretty okay. There was one catch that he came for that really, he had no reason to come for it. It was by the corner of the box. Missed it, and it was looped over his head. And luckily enough, Mason Holgate was behind to get rid of it. But that's Jordan Pickford for you, isn't it? Makes really good saves and then does something stupid. And if you could just get rid of the stupid part, then, like I've said loads of times, we'd have a tremendous goalkeeper. He just has to get rid of the stupid parts. Simple as that. Yeah. Seamus Coleman, I've give a 5. Yeah. Kept on trying to run through dead, cul-de-sacs and dead alleys and losing the ball in silly situations and never really got going forward too much. Yeah. We need a new right back. Let's be honest. We need, one way or another, we need a new right back. And yeah, we'll have to see. But we definitely need a new right back. And Seamus Coleman's, obviously, his best days are behind him. But some games he's good, some games he's not so good. He was a little bit in the middle today, but wasn't everybody, really. On the other side, Luca Dean, I've given a 6. Give the ball away cheaply a few times in the first half. Obviously, I think it was this corner, wasn't it, for the goal. And got a little bit better as the game went on, but still not the Luca Dean, well, nowhere near the Luca Dean of last season. Just isn't. I don't know what the reasons are for that. But he's not the Luca Dean of last season, so I've given him a 6. In the centre defence, this was our best area of the pitch, I thought, with our 2 most convincing players, I think, of recent weeks and months. Mason Holgate, I've given him a 7.5. I thought he played pretty well. I didn't want to give him any higher than that because I don't think he was quite worth like an 8 but I thought he was our man of the match today. I thought he just is now part of the team, and I think he's starting to show that confidence of being part of the team. There was a little moment in the second half, where he won the ball and then he brought it out and went into midfield with it, and he was just really classy, just showing that little side of him, and then played the right pass. Didn't keep going, played the right pass, and I think that shows what a good player he is. And I think him and Yerry Mina are a decent partnership, maybe more than a decent partnership. If they had someone in front of them to come and take the ball off them a little bit, I think you'd see even more out of them. But I thought he was excellent today, very calming. As I said earlier, took one off the line as well. What is it? His flick on for the goal as well. Excellent, getting better and better. And as I said, them two are my preferred partnership. And Yerry Mina, I've given a 7. I thought he was quite solid. Thought he did well under pressure. Came out with the ball well. They tried to press quite high today, so there was always going to be a lot of onus on our centre backs having the ball and what they did. And I thought he dealt with it really well. Defensively, I thought he was quite solid as well, so I'll give him a 7. Going into midfield, Tom Davies, I've given him a 5. Too lightweight. Running up far too many, again, blind alleys, not knowing where he wants to take the ball. He does plenty of good stuff, nicks in there, wins the ball, but he just, physically, I don't know. I've said this a few times. I don't know whether he's got enough of in his game to deal with the physical side of the game. You'd have to be clever. You look at like the City players and the old Barca players, similar sort of heights. you have to have something about you to... You just have to make the right decision a lot of the time. And I don't think he keeps it simple enough. And I think in there today with Fabian Delph, it was made even harder for him because he didn't have someone. He was seen as the more of the defensive player. And I don't think he's a defensive player. I think he's a player who wants to go forward. And when you've got two players who want to go forward or want to have the ball, it's difficult. And I just don't think he can do that job. I think he wants to be moving the ball forward, and I don't think there was many chances for that to happen today, but he just gets caught on the ball far too much. And I've said this a lot over the last few weeks because he's been playing a lot. He does a lot of good things, but then he lets himself down by, for me, just not playing the right ball. So I've given him a 5. Delph I've given a 4. I thought for a player who's got so much experience and has been in league winning sides, he just doesn't seem to give us any calmness at all. He doesn't ever get over the midfield. He's supposed to be, almost like a leader on the pitch. I never see it. I just see someone running around doing silly things. And, I see that far too much. I know he's been in and out the side this season, but he's supposed to be the calming effect on Tom Davies or whoever else, and I just don't see it. I thought he was poor today. I thought he really was. I thought he was really poor. So I'll give him a 4. Theo Walcott, I give a 4 as well. Again, just wasn't in the game. Doesn't get himself in a lot of away games. First half, I think he had a great chance to put Dom in and overhit it. And I don't know, away from home, he just never seems to be in games. He just never seems to get himself in games. Just doesn't have that in-game intelligence to play on the counter-attack. I thought he was poor. As I did Bernard, I give him a 4 as well. I thought he was... First half, he just kept on giving the ball away in the middle of the park, in positions. They were obviously pressing high, and they were looking to take the ball as high as they could. And Bernard just made it easy for them because he just allowed them to nick the ball off him, take the ball off him all the time by him playing really silly passes. And I think what we've seen in the second half with Gordon was Gordon just trying to cut. He didn't do it that many times, so I'm not saying he was amazing. But I just thought he tried to commit a few more players and also got in the face of their players as well and made it hard for them. So I've give him a 4. Moise Keane, I've given a 4 as well. I thought he was rubbish. I really did. I thought things just seem to bounce off him. Doesn't. And I'm not saying... I've seen the social media reaction after the game. It's a lot like, he's rubbish and he's this and he'll never make it. He's come into the club and he hasn't played games. And then he's played on his own. And then he's played on the right. And then he's played on the left. And now he's playing in a 2. And it's going to take him a lot of time. Look at Dominic Carvalho now. Dominic Carvalho's 22. Starting to score goals. Starting to understand the position. Starting to take that on his shoulders. But he's the leader of the forward line. And he's 22. And you've got a 19-year-old looking to at him for that experience. There's still a lot of question marks from people about Dom. Whether he's got enough in this game. So it's difficult and it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take games. He just wasn't at it today. He just wasn't at it. Simple as that. And Dominic Carvalho, I've give a 7 maybe. That might be over the top, but he did score the goal and it was a good goal as well. Yeah, probably just give him that because he scored. But that's fair enough, isn't it? That's what he's in the team to do, score. He only really had that. And it wasn't an easy chance. He took it well. And he's starting to do that more often. I think that's 11 goals now. So we start, that's all you can ask from your centre forward. And he did it. I'm not saying he had a great game, but he scored the goal. Trying to do... I think for me, what Dom has stopped doing... What he started doing is working hard, every single game working hard and being aggressive. And what he stopped doing is probably giving the ball away cheaply. And always trying to get something off it. Like whether if he can't do anything, he'll try and get us a throw or a corner or whatever. And I think that's what Moise Keane needs to start doing if he can. It's going to be hard because he needs games. Is just try and just get little wins up the pitch. And then that leads to corners and free kicks and those kind of things. That's what he needs to start doing. That's what Dom started doing. I think Dom's, people are starting to see Dom's a good player and will work hard for the side. So I've given Dom a 7. Subs, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, I'm going to give a 7 as well, because he came on, and the first thing he did was he got himself into the game by working hard and tracking Snodgrass and giving him a few kicks. I think he must have fouled him 3 times, making sure that they didn't win anything cheap. And then once he'd got himself into the game, it's little things started happening at the other game or the other end. I mean, there's a couple of opportunities he had to shoot, and he sort of tried to play people through. And with a little bit more confidence, maybe he'll shoot there. There was one right at the end where he knocked it past Zabaleta, and Zabaleta, being Zabaleta, just takes him out. I've got no problem with that at all. That's what I'd want my defenders to do. But that's Zabaleta showing him respect by saying, well, you've done me, so I'm going to have to do you. And I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem. Come on and get yourself in the game and then take it on. And I thought that was great from Anthony Gordon. And I think he showed in the second half that he can be trusted to come on in games now and be part of the first team. Whereas maybe beforehand we were like, oh, he's a little token on the bench. But I think you've seen that and go, yeah, he can come on and do something. And with more experience, and if we get, you know, those couple of more wins under our belts and start looking up the table, which we are anyway, then we'll be all right to bring him on. And obviously Lewis Gibson was on the bench as well, so he wasn't like the youngest on the bench, or, you know, the least senior on the bench, because he's already had first team experience. So I was happy with his run out today. Sidibe, I've given a 6. Yeah, did a lot of Sidibe things, which is just get the ball and run with it and not always have a end objective, put himself in the way of things. That's the Sidibe way, isn't it? I just look at Sidibe and just go, you just run around a lot and throw crosses in the box, and sometimes do boss things and sometimes do stupid things. That's the Sidibe way. That's the way I look at him. Whether that's like a thing you want, I don't know. Is it a thing you want in your squad? Probably, yeah. Is it a thing you want starting? I don't know. But I've given him a 6. And the ass, I've given a 4. He came on and just like went like that a lot, run around a lot, and then picked the ball up and just lost the ball, and then chased back after it and never won it back. And that's Nias as well, isn't it? I mean, he's living, listen, Nias is living the dream. He's living all of our dreams, because he has proved that you do not have to be a Premier League player to play for a Premier League club. So he's living all our dreams for us. So fair play to him for that. No, you know, he's blagged it for 4.5 years or 5 years or whatever it is. And fair play to him. Fair play to him. Every time they tried to get rid of him, he's just gone, no. And then a few days later, he's somehow managing to play in the game of footy. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. There you go. These have been my player ratings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have I been too harsh? Have I gone over the top about some players? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out all our other videos. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description. And if you want to buy this hoodie, the link is in the description also. Some quality items in the Everton store, Toffee TV store. I mean, there's some quality stuff in the Everton store as well, but in the Toffee TV store, there's even more quality. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.